Ever wondered what sets Elon Musk apart from the rest? What drives him to achieve the unimaginable? And how did he rise to become the richest person on the planet? Did you wonder whether is it possible to learn from Elon Musk's ethos, which could help you to become more successful? Welcome back to Radically Rogue, the channel where we dive into the mindsets and strategies of the world's most successful individuals. In this video, we're breaking down the ethos of Elon Musk, uncovering the key attitudes that have propelled him to the top. Stick around because these insights could change your life. Before going deeply point to point, first we should go back to the childhood days of Elon. There lies the foundation stone for his golden empire. A South African father and a Canadian mother in the year 1971, he grew up as an introvert. The most striking part of Elon's character as a young boy was his compulsion to read from a very young age. He seemed to have a book in his hands at all times. His brother Kimball Musk said it was not unusual for him to read 10 hours a day if it was the weekend. He could go through 2 books in a day. The family went on numerous shopping excursions in which they realized mid-trip that Elon had gone missing. May or Kimball would pop into the nearest bookstore and find Elon somewhere near the back, sitting on the floor and reading a book completely ignorant of his surroundings. As Elon got older, he would take himself to the bookstore when school ended at 2 p.m. and stay there until about 6 p.m. When his parents returned home from work, he plowed through fiction books and then comics and then non-fiction titles. Elon said sometimes they kicked him out of the store, but usually not. Elon said that at one point he ran out of books to read at the school library and the neighborhood library during his 3rd or 4th grade. He convinced the librarian to order books for him, so then he started to read the Encyclopedia Britannica. He says that it was so helpful that it makes us realize we don't know what we don't know. Elon Musk read religious texts to learn the meaning of life. He was able to come up with philosophical points by reading fictional books like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Later, he got exposed to computer games. He loved playing them, and this initiated the idea to make computer games and sell them for money. At the age of 10 to 12, Elon started learning programming, mainly for the purpose of creating games. He taught himself computer programming by reading books. By age 12, he developed a game called Blaster. Then he sold this game to a company named PC and Office Technology for $500. Elon Musk had a photographic memory, and the encyclopedias turned him into a fact factory. He came off as a classic know-it-all. At the dinner table, his sister would wonder aloud about the distance from Earth to the moon. Elon would spit out the exact distance at perigee and apogee. His mother, May Musk, said if they had a question, they would always tell us to just ask the genius boy. She said one night Elon Musk was playing outside with his siblings and cousins when one of them complained of being frightened by the dark. Elon pointed out that dark is merely the absence of light. It did little to reassure the scared child. She said other kids don't like answers like that. They would say, "Elon, we are not playing with you anymore." As a youngster, Elon's constant yearning to correct people and his abrasive manner put off other kids and added to his feelings of isolation. Elon genuinely thought that people would be happy to hear about the flaws in their thinking. Elon wanted to have friends, but his nature repelled them. Elon Musk invested in reading in the early days contributed massively to his career in a major way. Whenever anyone asks Elon how he learned to build space-traveling rockets, his 3-word answer is, "I read books." Elon Musk was bullied a lot in his school, heavily until the age of 15. This just complemented his isolation attitude. He later learned to defend himself. Elon went to martial arts training in karate, wrestling, and judo. He practiced very hard, and one day he fought back and knocked out the biggest bully in school with 1 punch. Elon daydreamed a lot of scientific discoveries and revolutionary ideas. It was so intense that his parents got worried and took him for medical consultation. We should notice that he sees value for expertise and also tries to learn from them to fill the gaps. When Elon Musk started SpaceX, he didn't know much about building rockets, so he hired some really sharp people like Tom Mueller, who was a rocket engine designer. Tom and other employees said Elon would ask questions constantly like, "Why did you do it that way?" At first, Tom thought Elon was testing whether they knew their stuff. Then they realized that Elon was learning from them. Elon also would ask, "What is the physics behind that?" He understood physics, but had to convert that to applied physics. By learning from a lot of really sharp people he hired and reading textbooks on it, he has become a self-taught rocket scientist. We should realize how important knowledge acquisition is, and his story is proof of it. No one could have predicted that he'd become one of modern America's greatest industrialists and perhaps arguably the greatest entrepreneur of all time.